Welcome to Pour the Wine. It's Rom-Com Time, where we'll sip some wine and review all things rom-com on the Hallmark channel. I'm Amy.
And I'm Garry.
And did I say Hallmark?
You might have.
I might have. I haven't had any sips of wine yet.
There you go.
The Hallmark
Maybe you need one.
channel. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, we do have a little bit of news to share since the last time we chatted. Little Hallmark news. See how I said it right there?
News from Hallmark.
A preview trailer was released for Kentucky Roses. And of course, that is the movie that is going to be dropping in May. It's Hallmark's collab with the Kentucky Derby, and it stars Andrew Walker and Odette Annabelle. And it is going to air the same day as the actual Kentucky Derby.
Isn't that crazy? I wonder how they planned that.
Yeah. Oh,
And
I
boy-
wonder. Coincidence
and boy,
or
does
not?
Andrew Walker look pretty slick in this one.
He does. The pictures that we've seen and in the preview, he looks looking pretty good there, Andrew Walker.
Yeah, man.
What'd you say to me earlier? Dapper?
Dapper.
Dapper. That is set to air on Saturday, May 2nd as part of May for Moms.
All right.
And then we also saw that Hallmark did a press release of another May movie, which is going to be All's Fair and In Love and Mahjong. Hopefully
Something
I
like
pronounced
that.
that
Don't
correctly.
ask me
I'm
how to
not really
pronounce
sure. And that one is going to star Fiona Gubelman, Paul Campbell, Tamara Maury Housley, Crystal Lowe, and Melissa Peterman.
Man.
Yeah.
That's a big list. Whew.
That's an all-star cast right there.
Yeah,
it is set
is.
to air Saturday, May 9th. And have you ever played that?
No.
No.
But I know you did one time.
No, I did once. I've won one time. I ordered the card. There's a card you have to order, I guess, every year. I don't really know that much about the game, but I went with a group of friends and actually we were supposed to play, but then something happened, not between the group of us friends, but just something happened with one and then it kind of dissipated because we could never coordinate our
Right.
schedules after and whatnot. But anywho, I played the one time. We were there all day and, it was learning the game and it reminded me. Now, I know this game is, I don't know when it originated, but it's been around, right, for a long time. And it reminded me so much of Phase 10. If you've ever played the card game Phase 10,
Okay.
I believe you could play Mahjong and
Huh,
pick it up pretty
interesting.
quickly. Just my opinion. I
Well,
don't
you know what?
It's-
I have to watch YouTube and see if I could get some instructions on how to play it.
Yeah. I don't think you can just play with two people, but
Well, I could just
don't know.
watch
Maybe
other
there's a
people
way
play
you
it.
can do it with just two. Maybe we can join a group
Well, there you go.
and start playing it before the movie airs. Well, that would be pretty soon, but yeah. We have lofty goals. Maybe after we watch it, we'll want to join a group and play.
Just to get an understanding.
Yes. Now, there have been quite a few Christmas movie peeks behind the scenes peek at the Christmas movies. Tyler
Right.
Hines has posted some stuff. Wes Brown, Autumn Reeser, Victor Webster. I think Barbara Niven, she's been traveling a little bit and just finished filming one. So it's so exciting to see that already.
I know. This year's been going by so fast. It's going to
I
be Christmas in
know.
July soon.
I know. I wonder if any of them will air in Christmas in July.
Oh, that's a good question. I guess
I
we'll have to
don't
stay
know.
tuned.
I would presume those bigger named ones would be in for Countdown to Christmas, but I don't know for sure. I'll have to do a little more research on that and find out. And then we also had Lacey Chabert, I believe might have been the first one to post it on her Instagram, but it is the movie poster for Hallmark's collab with Walt Disney World. Holiday Ever After, a
Mickey.
Disney World wish come true. And the
Oh,
poster is
man.
so cute. It's so cute.
You think they're going to
And
be on
it's-
any rides? That'd be
poster?
interesting. No,
It's
no,
a
I'm
good
talking
question.
about in the
I bet
movie.
Disney will probably, I would imagine they would hype it up down there.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to go during the holidays and see.
Yeah.
And of course, her co-star during that one is going to be Travis
Travis.
Winkle. Yeah. So
Awesome.
yeah, it's pretty exciting. I was pretty excited to see the Christmas stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
It's exciting. It's right around the corner.
Well, we still have our lights on the house, so Oh, well.
That's an admission I didn't think you would say
I'm going to say it.
on the
I just
podcast.
have not
We
been
do, but we
motivated to
don't.
take them down yet.
We don't turn them on. But to be fair, you know, there have been some back issues and we had some scheduling issues with the person who normally puts up and takes down our lights. And so they're just there.
Well, you know
We could
what?
technically plug them
We're
in.
almost halfway there. Might as well leave them on, right?
Well, a lot of people have those permanent lights anyway.
I know. So what's
They
the
just
difference?
change the color for the season. I mean, this would just be red and green year round or whatever. There's other colors in there, right?
Right.
Yeah, but so it would, I mean, it would, you know, we could make it work for Easter and for, you know,
Yeah.
Memorial Day, I guess. I don't know. There's
I can
red
go up
in
there
there,
and
so-
unscrew all the other colors except for red and green.
July 4th. Oh, yeah.
or
good luck
purple
with
and
that.
yellow.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to get those down. We got to get those down. Oh, you called us out. You called us out. Yeah, they're still up. They're definitely still up. They're the only thing that's still up. Other than we have one thing that we keep up.
You know
two
you
things
love
we
it,
keep
so
up.
don't
year
even
round.
try. Don't even try.
All right, should we get to it?
Let's do it.
All right, so today we're going to be reviewing the third Spring into Love movie of 2026, A Season to Blossom. It originally aired on the Hallmark Channel on Saturday, April 4th, 2026. It stars, of course, Emily Tennant and Carlo Marks. They are paired up in this one, and what a great pairing it ended up being. Spoiler alert. You know, of course, we really loved her in The Wish Swap, say that 10 times in a row. And she was just in, we just saw her in Countdown to Christmases of 2025, Christmas Above the Clouds, where she played Aaron Krako's assistant, which she was good in that one too. And we really enjoyed the movie Holiday Hotline also. That's another one of our favorites that she is in.
I know. She's got some good ones.
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, when I was looking at her IMDb and, you know, when we started out, we talked a lot about other works that they did, but now we're pretty focused on Hallmark work. But I did see that she voiced the character Anna, for 2 episodes in the Mistletoe Murders podcast.
Oh, wow.
So there's sort of a Hallmarky connection there. Yeah. Right. But she was on the actual pod. I thought that was kind of cool.
That is cool.
And Carlo, we know him from his role as David on Chesapeake Shores, which is a TV series that we really thoroughly enjoyed. He, of course, has been in several Hallmark movies, Scouting for Christmas, The Blessing Bracelet, which I believe was a springtime movie. And he was also in the Wedding Veil Inspiration movie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Other cast members in A Season to Blossom include Laura Soltis as Winnie. We've seen her a lot lately.
I'm telling you.
She was in the Hannah Swenson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not the latest one, but the one prior to that, A Pie to Die For. And then she was also just in Nellie Knows Mysteries, All Manners of Murder.
Great actress.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. And she reminds me so much, I have to say this or I have to get it out, of Jacqueline Smith.
She sounds like her a lot, doesn't she?
She sounds like her. She even looks like her a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you that don't know, Jacqueline Smith, one of the Charlie's Angels.
Charlie.
The OG Charlie's Angels. And she was in, you know, Lifetime movie. I mean, just, you know, she's an actress that has been around forever. And but Laura just reminds me of her.
She does.
So
we were sitting there
much.
talking about it when we were watching the movie. It's like,
I'm like, and what did you say? If I close my eyes, and just listen, do you think it might be?
Yeah. I know.
So anyway, that's crazy. Just a sidebar. Imaya Thainji, not sure if I mispronounced it. I'm so sorry. She plays Molly in this one. She is the worker in the bookstore, or she's an employee at the bookstore. Mark Humphrey plays Earl. That is Carlo's dad.
Right.
Carlo. Why is his name escaping me for this one?
Earl.
No. Carlo. What character does he play in this? I didn't say that.
Hold on. Let me switch over.
Oh my gosh. I am like, she plays Elise.
Yes, and he plays
Max. Thank you.
Oh
gosh.
gosh.
I had a total like brain. Oh my goodness.
I did too.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I did
Maybe
too.
I should start drinking the wine to help me out today. I'm having
the
issues
iced tea,
today.
You know, I'm thirsty
oh my
today.
goodness. Okay.
Tea.
I'm so sorry. Mark Humphrey is Earl, and Earl is Max's dad in this movie.
Goodness.
And he is known for playing Frank Hogan in When Calls the Heart. And we are not that far yet. We have not seen him yet.
No, we have not.
We are on season 1, episode 6 of When Calls the Heart. So I don't know when he comes in, but I think it's after that.
That's okay. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
All right. Terry Ingram is the director on this film. He has an extensive resume with Hallmark. Just a few are the Wiseman movies, which are great. If you haven't seen them, go binge them. Journey to You, My Argentine Heart, The Wedding Veil movies, Winter in Vale, The Real West, and The Wedding Cottage.
Just to name a few, he is.
Yeah, he's really good.
I think he's done over 50 movies now, directing for Hallmark.
Man, busy.
Yeah.
I mean, how many does Hallmark do in a year, you know?
I don't know. It's a good question.
If you're on a lot of those, you'd be traveling around.
Busy.
Jennifer Wolfgram is the writer. This is her first Hallmark debut horror movie.
Jennifer, yay!
Congratulations. She has one other writing credit, 2020's Vegas High. This was supposed to be a series on HBO, but they ended up not picking up the pilot.
Right.
And you hate when that happens.
Yeah. And, I have to mention here that we did listen to the Hallmarkies podcast. Rachel from the Hallmarkies podcast did interview Jennifer, and is a really good interview. Go listen to it.
Right.
Jennifer is great. Maybe sometime we'll get the chance to chat with her, but she, really talks about the characters, the writing experience, her, how this movie sort of mirrors her life, right?
Life,
because yeah. So, and I won't give away too many details about it because you really should go and listen to it, but it's a really great interview with her and her just excitement for this movie, for the genre, for the tropes in this movie. Right. It's just a really, really good interview. I mean, you listened to it too. What did you think?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. And it's interesting because I'm pretty sure a lot of these writers are kind of, sprinkling in themselves, their experiences throughout their lives.
Oh, yeah.
And, it was a good interview.
So go listen to it. The Hallmarkies podcast. Go check it out.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and drop the synopsis.
All righty. An aspiring writer takes over her late grandmother's bookstore and finds love.
Love.
Shockingly.
I know, right? And this is a part of the podcast where if you haven't seen the movie already, turn us off, go watch and come back because we'll probably drop some spoilers and we don't want you to accidentally hear something that you don't want to hear. Because I know sometimes when we're waiting for a season finale, we try to watch it as it airs because there's so much stuff going on social media. You if you don't watch it that night, you don't look at your phone.
Well, some people will just post stuff and not even give you a warning. So at least we're like, hey, we're going to talk about it. I mean, this isn't like a mystery where we're giving away, who the murderer was.
Right.
So, but we will, we do talk about our favorite scenes and things. So,
all right. So, what did you think about a season 2
Oh, gosh. We did an April preview where we talked about all the movies that were coming up. And this is one of the ones that I thought we would enjoy.
Looking forward to it.
Right. We were looking forward to it. And I mean, we're looking forward to all of them, but there are some we thought we would enjoy more than others.
Right.
And this was one that we thought we would enjoy, but I actually really enjoyed it much more than I thought. I mean, I thought we would enjoy it, but it was actually, it's a classic Hallmark formula, right?
Yeah.
It's got the tropes and everything, no doubt, but it just really worked. It really, really worked. And Emily and Carlo paired together so well. They had such great chemistry and they just were able to bring this, and of course with the director and the whole production crew, this beautifully written story to life in just such a fun and heartfelt way. Even though you did have those tropes sprinkled in there, it totally worked for me.
Yeah.
What about you?
I agree. And every Hallmark movie has tropes. I mean, how long has Hallmark been around? Come on.
Yeah.
We are not doing movies for the Oscars, okay? Let's get that.
Well, they're tropes for a reason. Well, I mean, first of all, it's TV. It's not going to be the Oscars.
Well, you know what I mean.
Unless it was, I guess it could be a movie. I guess they are giving
I just feel like, you have to be careful because I mean, they average what, 3-week shoots, right?
Yeah.
It's not a big
Yeah.
budget. At least not all of them are big budgets. So, yeah, you're gonna have those tropes that you're like, okay,
Yeah.
all
And
right.
I don't want people to think the acting isn't good either. I mean, we got some
No,
really
the
good actors on a
acting in
Hallmark and
this all
yeah, I
around,
mean,
even with the supporting cast, was good.
yeah,
I
that was
really enjoyed it. But yeah, I mean, I love the small town vibe. Of course, you got the city girl coming to the small town, and
yes, you do have that. That's stereotypical and it's an apple orchard.
yes, and
Which I have to throw in there that one of the questions that Rachel does ask Jennifer was this first originally a fall,
right,
a fall story?
right,
And, and it's so cute because Jennifer's like, yes, of course it was. Because I mean, when you think apple orchards and everything, you generally think the fall,
right,
even though they do sort of blossom
yeah,
in the spring, but you do think of the fall and going apple picking in the fall. But
yeah.
and Jennifer basically was like, Hallmark said they had a slot to fill, they needed something, and when Hallmark asks, that's what you do. So I
Yeah,
thought it
that
was
was
cute. I thought it was cute. Yeah.
that was cute.
Yeah.
And I love the chemistry between Max and Elise, and
Yes.
also his dad and
Hmm.
Winnie.
Winnie.
I thought
Yes.
they had
Yes.
great chemistry. I thought Molly, and I'm glad they had her sprinkled
Hmm.
in, and it wasn't like here and there. She was in it almost in every scene.
Molly.
Yeah,
Yeah, and she was, what did we say? She was
she was in
in, was she
Jingle
Jingle
Bell
Bell
Run.
Run,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah,
Right, right, right. She's
yeah, she was partnered up with I can't remember her name, but yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and they were, I think they were third. They they came
They
in
came
third
in
on that.
third. Yeah.
Yeah. In the bookstore, I mean, how beautiful was that
It
bookstore?
was just it well, it
I
was
thought it was
quaint and
cute, man,
lovely. Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
connected to her grandmother's house, which I thought was a good twist on that. So overall, I mean, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there you go. So you want to get
So
into some favorite scenes?
yeah, we can get into some favorite scenes. Should we talk a little bit about what it's about?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
So
You do this one.
Elise is, well, I don't know how good I don't have any notes for this particular part, just expanding on the synopsis. But Elise is at this job in the city,
Hmm.
Chicago. Go Cubs.
Your
Um,
your
and
town.
and she's temping, but and they offer her a position, a full-time position, but she wants to take a break because she needs to go and take care of the sale of her grandmother's bookstore.
Right.
And so she traipses to Driftless,
Hmm.
right? And actually, I did look up Driftless because I was like, is that a real city
A
in the
real thing.
Midwest? Because I didn't know. Now, I grew up near Chicago, and I'm like, I haven't heard of Driftless, but it's not a city, but it represents an area of the Midwest where the
Okay.
glaciers didn't drift. And the areas are in Wisconsin, Illinois, and Iowa.
Wow.
Specific parts
Okay.
of those three. I thought that was really cool. I was like,
That is
okay,
cool.
maybe that was intentional, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah. So, but I think Jennifer didn't she say she grew up in Minnesota, maybe?
Yeah.
So in that, yeah, Midwesty. So Elise, right? Did I get that right?
Yep.
The
Elise.
character name. Okay,
Hmm.
because I was so earlier. Elise heads back to Driftless to the bookstore. She's getting ready to sell it, and of course then she runs into Max, who she
Hmm.
knew as a child when she would go and visit her grandmother, and that's basically the gist. And then you throw in a festival, an apple orchard, and you have all
All
kinds
the
of
other
things happening.
tropes, right?
There's a second love story that happens, which I really love, that we're getting also, of a
Hmm.
couple who's maybe, in the second chapter of their life. And, so, yeah. So there you go.
Well, in a nutshell.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you want
And
to talk? Do you think it was a meet cute, or I
well,
mean,
I should
they kind
say,
of already knew each other.
yeah, I should say also that Elise is someone who kind of, who it's interesting that the town is named Driftless also because Elise is known for drifting from job to job. She moves from city to city. And it kind of, and they made it sound like that's how her parents were. And she's trying to find her grounding, but hasn't quite found it yet.
Right.
And Max is, he works on or in the orchard, I guess, harvesting apples, and he's making ciders.
Right.
For his...
That's his side gig.
As part of their orchard farm. And I kept wanting to say vineyard, by the way. I don't know why.
Because of wine.
Wine. Maybe. So you were saying the meet cute. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, they already knew each other, right? So.
Right.
As far as a meet cute, I mean.
It's a re-meet cute.
It's a re-meet cute. And it was cute, bees flying around and like me, because me, I can't stand something's buzzing near me.
Yes.
I either scream.
We have some fun videos of that.
Or I look like I'm spazzing out because I can't. But you just sit there and you just kind of do like this. You're like.
Well, haven't you heard if you like freak out around bees, it makes them, makes it worse.
Aggressive. I know, but I can't stand it because a sidebar real quick. I remember driving down the road one time and I had my windows down, and this is why I don't drive with my windows down anymore. And a bee flew in and it stung me. So, and if you want to image, it's me screaming in a car,
seen it. What do you mean
swerving down the road, stung by a bee. So,
well, that's a little different. You can't get out. You can't,
I know. But, and then she turns around and kind of accidentally, as she's trying to, swipe at the bee, her drink or the cider that she got before she went inside the store, she spilled on him. So that was the re-meet cute.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I mean, I thought it worked for that moment. It was it was a little bit stereotypical-ish.
Right.
In the way it was acted out and the way it was. But I enjoyed it. The only thing I thought was a little off was Max, the way he reacted in that moment. Of course, I mean, he had the drink spilled on him and maybe it was annoyance from that, but he was sort of like, we can't all run off and disappear.
Right. Yeah.
But it was like, I felt like he was angry. His angry reaction was felt out of place.
Right.
Because, I mean, we don't know it yet, but, they didn't really, she had a crush on him, but they didn't date, and she only went there in the summers.
Right.
So it wasn't like she grew up there with him and then she just left and, I don't know. So, and then he asked her what she thinks of the cider and she's like, it's fine. And he's like, fine. I thought that was kind of funny.
This thing.
But his little anger and annoyance just sort of seemed out of place in that scene.
Yeah, because he was like, what are you doing here?
So I thought it was,
Like you didn't know the bookstore was being sold. Come on, man.
It was it was a little odd. Yeah. So
it was.
Anyway, but that's just, All right, so let's get into some favorite scenes. Let's narrow it down to 2 or 3 favorite scenes. What's one that you want to talk about first?
Okay, I have to talk about, and this is only because we started planting plants.
Yes.
And that whole scene where she's planting these flowers outside of her bookstore, and Max comes up with he's got 2 potted plants, right? They're pretty big. And he shows up and she's like, I told you I could do this myself. And he said, well, I saw you got some, what do you call them? Fillers, but you didn't grab any thrillers or spillers. And she's like, what? And he's like, thrillers are tall and in the back. Spillers are filling the dance floor. And the fillers are anywhere and tie it all together, or everywhere and tie it all together. And I just thought that scene was so good.
So it was so cute. And you know what's funny about that is I'd never heard those expressions about plants. Never. Now, I do not have a green thumb. I just don't. You're planting like the herbs and the vegetables. You're pretty, not pretty good, but I mean, you're good at that. And I don't have a green thumb, so we don't have a lot of, flower. I would like to, but I just didn't inherit that. Like when she says I didn't inherit my grandma's green thumb, I'm like, that's me.
Yeah.
That's me. My grandma lived on a farm. She cooked really well. She
Hmm.
grew, I mean, she had a huge garden, like, green beans, strawberries, corn, carrots, I think maybe radishes. And I mean, she had berry bushes lining her yard. It was the whole, I
Right.
have none of that
Right.
in me, so I did not inherit that, unfortunately.
Hmm.
I wish I did. And like you said, we're planters now. I keep joking saying we're gardeners
Right.
because we did buy some plants for some plant. We're going to see if we can keep them alive. Not sure how that's going to go, but I'm excited about it. And today I saw on one of the home shopping channels, they were talking about plants and they talked about spillers and fillers.
Isn't
I
that
almost fell out
crazy?
of my chair. Literally
I
almost
wonder.
fell out
I
of my
wonder
chair.
if they just watched the movie too.
They probably did. No, it's a thing. They were having a gardening segment and I was like, oh my
The
gosh, I
thrillers,
never
the
heard that. Now I'm going
spillers,
to
and
hear
the
it
fillers.
every time I turn on the TV. But yes, I agree. That was a great scene.
All right. So what's one for you?
I'll talk about, I just want to mention real quickly at the beginning, it's not a shot. I love that we didn't get a shot of the city, but rather a
Right.
book. And the
Right.
beginning kind of goes, it's a book and first we see the words and I love, so it's kind of like my favorite scenes where they showed the words in the book and they all related to planting and growing and
Hmm.
blossoming, right? So you see those, they're sprinkled throughout the movie and they're of course associated with what's going on. So like the first one is bare branches, right?
Right.
And then you get a shot of Max in the orchard before the branches have blossomed,
Right.
right? So I love that. I love the weaving of that throughout the story. I thought that
Yeah.
was really great because typically you get a picture, it's a picture of the boat they're going to get on and the scenery in the back, or the
Right.
city, which I mean I don't mind, but usually that's what it is. And I thought that it was great that it was a different take this time, even though
Yeah.
there's a lot of tropes in this movie. That was a different way to start the film. So
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
favorite scenes was the beginning and then how they would intersperse the words in the book throughout the
Right.
movie, which I thought was great.
Yeah. I
It's
too
really,
thought
really
that was
great.
really cool, and I kind of want to talk about that at the end because I kind of, you know, they're kind of like chapters
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
movie
Yeah.
or book or whatever. But and I just want to kind of point out a couple things for each one of those that they
Okay.
displayed on the screen. But
Okay.
I,
Then do you want me to talk quickly about my other favorite scenes before
yes,
you
go
get
ahead.
to that, or
Go
what do you want
ahead.
to do?
No, go ahead. No,
Okay.
I
I
said at
wasn't
the
sure.
end. Come on, man.
You want to do it at the end. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. At the end. I wasn't sure if you wanted to throw that in now. But so I really liked, there were some scenes, like I really loved just some of the moments, and they involve some of my favorite scenes, but the rain scene where they're running through the rain
Right. That was
and
cute. Yeah.
right. And she's trying to help him come up with ideas and for his pitch for his
Hmm.
cider, right? He's about to go do a pitch to a big company or whatever. And it was just really, it's just real life, right? You're running through the rain. They end up, you know, I don't know if they're drenched in that scene. There's another scene where he ends up drenched, but I
Right.
just thought it was cute. They go for coffee
Hmm.
and that's where she's saying she may not stay long, but
Right.
she's kind of helping him right away. And then another moment would be the tire swing. I thought that was really great. That's just so
Yes.
reminiscent of, childhood and getting on a swing and him. I just thought I thought it was really cute. I thought those particular moments just really worked
Right.
well
Right.
in the film to
I
move the
agree.
story along. I
I
thought
agree.
those were great.
Yeah.
And then I'll go into one more and then just because those were moments, but she's trying his cider samples and he's trying to come up with, he wants her to give her feedback and
Hmm.
they're trying to come up with a name. And she kind of, she's like, one is tart, but settles, makes you want to go back for more, like an ex
Right.
you go back to. And I thought that scene worked really, really well also because they are talking and, that's when we find out there's been a book that shows up throughout the film. And it's that same scene where we find out that the book was written by someone she started with. They were
Right.
writing at the same time. They both had the same dreams. And, she's
They were writing
basically,
buddies. Yeah.
yeah, it's hard when you're chasing your dream, but your life takes you one way, but someone else's goes the route you really wanted to go.
Right.
And I thought it was so great that they didn't make her jealous or envious or mad about it, because you are kind of like, it is kind of a bummer,
Right. Right.
when someone else gets what you wanted and you're trying to figure out, you understand that your life took you a certain way
Mm-hmm.
and you couldn't help it, but you also still want that dream and think, man, if I had just, if I had stayed on that path, that's where I would be. So I
Right.
thought that was just a really great,
Yeah.
great scene and discussion about
Tessa, I think her name was the writer.
her friend. Yes.
Yeah.
The other
Yeah.
author of the book. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about you? Any other favorite scenes?
Well, all the scenes with Clover, I thought.
The cat, Clover the cat.
I thought the
That was
meaning
cute.
behind that was
Yes.
to give her or Elise some confidence, kind of remind her of her grandmother.
Yeah.
Because her grandmother was the one who, brought the cat in, fed it because it was a stray cat. And I just thought it was pretty cool how, when she needed that kind of anchor, the cat was in the scene. So that was another one of my favorites. And my last one will be, well, let's talk about the near kiss. Right.
Oh, yes.
And
yes.
it was during,
I've got that as a favorite scene. Yeah, this is good. This will be my last favorite scene.
They were doing the tasting, I think it was when it happens. And they kind of,
No, they're in front of the fireplace. Is that what remember they have the.
Okay, well then you explain it. Cause I don't know why I'm thinking they were at the tasting place.
They did the blind date books.
Yes.
That was in front of the fireplace, remember? And she opens the book.
That's right.
No, go ahead. You can.
No, and they were kind of just talking, and you kind of felt like it was building up for that kiss. Yeah. And they both started going in, and she was ready. And then he kind of moves his head and goes in for a hug.
Yes.
And I was like, whoa. I mean, that one got me. That was a good psych,
Because you thought they were really going to kiss.
I really thought that was going to be the first kiss.
I thought it was a little early in the film, so I was like, but I didn't expect him. Yeah, it was just kind of. But that's where you're kind of protecting yourself. You're like, I kind of am crushing on her, but does she like me? Does she not? So he keeps it at that level.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But that was my other favorite scene. They're just sitting in front of the fireplace having, just a nice discussion. They have a drink. And they make a bet on when the buds will sprout.
Right.
Or blossom. And if she wins, he has to name a cider after her. If he wins, she has to commit to writing 5 pages.
Right.
Right. And then that's when she comes that's when she's like, every flavor needs a story. And, so.
Which was
and
another
then the almost
good
kiss happens at the end of that. Yeah. I had that also. So we're good.
Cool.
All right. So let's go on to cheers. So cheers and jeers. What would be your biggest cheer or some of your biggest cheers?
Just
for a season to blossom.
Well, just the small town vibe, the communities coming together. They do have a big storm that kind of wipes stuff out, but they still come together and they still have the festival. It's very inspirational. I love the Easter eggs that her grandmother kind of, left around in the bookstore. I thought that was a pretty cool touch to the movie. And I just, just the chapters too, which I'll talk a little bit here in a moment. What about you? What about a cheer?
Just what I talked about at the beginning. It's, sort of the classic Hallmark formula done right.
Mm-hmm.
When it's done well, it totally works. And I think between the writing, the directing, the casting, this is a rom-com that was just, truly enjoyable from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, I think everything clicked and it worked really well. So, I mean, that's a cheer for me.
Yeah, definitely.
We saw all the things that you think of like, oh, they're going to do this or, oh, they're going to do that but it really worked the way they, basically put the story together. That was written. So,
and hats off to Jennifer Wolfgram for her debut. In the Hallmark line.
She did really well. I'm hoping we see more from her.
Yeah.
In the Hallmark space, or she could go wherever she wants, I guess. But
do some collaboration with some
but if
other
this
writers.
is her, if she's found her niche, then I think she's off to a really, really great start.
Yeah,
really
me too.
great start. Yeah.
All right. What about some jeers? Did you have any jeers?
Well, I had a few more cheers. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Don't you want to talk about? Okay. I love that we get a 1 year peek later.
Yes.
I always like it when they do that because you kind of want to see where they are, what's happening, or what's going on. I thought Emily Tennant's wardrobe was really cute.
It was.
I thought it was so cute throughout the entire movie. So,
I like that green skirt
costume.
and that sweater. That was really cute.
Yeah, and we got the second love story.
Yeah.
Between Winnie and Earl, and I thought that was great as well because it happens after you're of a certain age or when you're of a certain age, and you may not be looking for it or thinking about it, but then it does happen. So I thought that the way that was, I guess woven into the rest of the storyline worked really well also because it's real life. You have all these different things going on, and you have Molly, the employee, she's got her own baking thing going on.
Right.
And you realize she's, she doesn't want to, work in a bookstore forever. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that's not her dream.
Right.
Right. She enjoys working there. She really loves it, but she also has this passion for baking and she's really good at it. And, and I like that, Elise, I can't think of the right word, promotes it or encourages it. Thank you. She encourages it and supports her. Yes. Thank you. So, yeah. So those are browned out.
I loved Earl's poem.
Yeah, his poem that he did. Yeah.
Oh my God, that was a
when they had the poetry night and
but yeah, I also loved the 1 year later because you got to see that she did, make it. So, what about jeers? Did you have any jeers?
Just what I mentioned at the top about the meet cute.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that I didn't understand his outright anger at first, unless he was just feeling that frustration from getting splashed, and he was like, "Why are you here?" Kind of thing. I don't know. I just thought it was like a little out of place.
Yeah.
And then, they had this big event in the festival, and then at the same time, he's trying to make this cider, and I felt like we never really, and the point I know was the characters and the character growth and the romance and all of that, but I felt like there wasn't really a focus on either one. So it was a little bit like, is there a festival? What is it like? I mean, maybe I was too invested in what it was supposed to be. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. But other than that, no, I mean, those are just minor things though for me. What about you? Did you have any jeers?
I just had one, and that was the double kiss at the end. I don't think they needed both. I think they should have went with one or the other, and I would have been happy.
Well, yeah, and I think it's not that like the kiss in the orchard is beautiful.
Right. And I would have went with
it's a beautiful shot, but it's like, we just had this other movie. There were two things that sort of happened back to back, and you felt like they did the same thing, but again.
Right.
And yeah, it was just a little too close together, maybe for us, although they both worked.
They were literally like 30, 40 seconds.
Yeah. So it just seemed a little.
Yeah. Like a last minute thing.
I mean,
let's
we're
put
all
them out
about,
in the orchard. That's
the
beautiful.
kiss at the end, but so, and I would like to say I did hear Carlo Marks in an interview. He was asked about poetry and the reading and stuff. He did a press junket with some podcasters, and you could listen to that also, I believe, on the Hallmarkies podcast. But I listened to that, and he said one of his favorite poem or poets, I guess, was Walt Whitman. And I was like, oh, that's who I have had for years on my personal Facebook page.
Right.
His quote that's happiness not in another place, but this place, not for another hour, but this hour. That's from Walt Whitman. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love Carlo.
There you go.
He didn't do that particular quote, but I was like, I've had that forever from Walt Whitman. So, yeah. Huh. All right. Did you want to talk about the
All right, well, let's get into real quick. I wanted to talk about the different chapters. And the first one was a bare branches, right? Which, you know, I'm a talk about this in her and Elise's character, which was loss. She, she's disconnected from
okay.
her
Yeah.
writing.
Yeah.
She's carrying grief from her grandmother and feels stuck and unsure of her purpose. Right. And then you move into budding, which is hope, right? She starts reconnecting with the town, the bookstore, and herself. Inspiration, she begins to, come back, even if it's in small little spurts.
Are
Relationships
these
begin to, she starts to be, have feelings for Max.
yeah, were these chapters or just words that we saw?
These were
Just refresh my
These
memory.
were the
These were
words that were written on the book,
right. Okay.
and
Okay,
then
go
it
ahead.
went into the scenes, and I'm just kind of putting them together with her
With
emotions.
her emotions. So inspiration was the last. Okay.
So, and then you had the sprouting, which is action, and she's actively writing
Yeah.
again, right?
Yeah.
She reaches out to Tessa to get,
Oh
and
yeah, she
remember
does.
that, and
Yes.
she, she's becoming emotional again and grounded, and embracing both her past and her future. And then the blossoming transformation is she's now, she's at peace. She's loving writing again. And then she's open to love with Max and her community. And then
Yeah.
the 1 year later, which is fully bloomed, that's when she has her stability. She wrote
Yep.
her book, which Tessa provides the forward. And her relationship is now established with Max. And she now has a community. So that's what I looked at when they were showing those different chapters in the movie.
How
So
it related and
to her,
related to the storyline and what was going on. I mean, you
right?
could probably go through and do the same thing for Max
Yeah, yeah.
because he was
Well,
sort of
yeah.
stuck too. He wanted to expand. He felt like, because I think there's a point where Elise says something like, "I'm sick of being stuck in the winter."
Yeah.
You know, because, or in winter, because she's a drifter and so that kind of, and I think Max was sort of the same way because his dad wouldn't let him use the frozen
He wanted
apples,
to follow his own path.
Right. He wanted to take the orchard in a new direction.
Right.
Yeah.
Step outside that box.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's why I said the writing was so good. It was like she did definitely use all of these things that and quite frankly love.
Right.
Like you said, like about a Hallmark film. I love a good festival. I love a good apple orchard, although vineyard would be my preference, because we are, no, I love a good apple orchard. The orchards, the festivals, the big city, girl coming back to a small town. And, and I like that they didn't have her be the stereotypical, like she couldn't possibly be in a small town, like, ew, the bugs or whatever, So,
I agree.
Yeah. So, just overall.
Good movie.
Pretty good.
Out of 5 corks, how many are you giving this one? Or 5 apples?
Or 5 apples. out of apples.
5 ciders.
Can we can make a hard cider, right?
Yes, we can.
Whenever we go to a brewery, I'm like, can I have the cider that tastes like wine, please?
Yeah,
the one that's closest. A hard cider is good. I would give it a 4.5.
Yep, that's what I was giving
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I mean, I really like both of the actors that were the leads in this.
Right.
We already liked them and I thought I would enjoy it, but I thought it was really, really well done.
Me too.
Yeah.
Tropes.
So you would give it 4.5 also?
Yep, I'm giving it 4.5.
All right.
All right. So is that a wrap?
That's a wrap.
All right. Well, the best way to support our podcast, if you watch us on YouTube, is to click that like button, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our new material. And if you listen on Apple, you can give us a 5-star rating, give us a review, and over on Spotify, give us a 5-star. Yay.
We would really appreciate it. Or you can send us an email to pourthewine@romcomtime@gmail.com and let us know your thoughts on the Spring into Love movies so far, or the upcoming Countdown to Christmas movies, or anything Hallmark related. We would love to hear from you.
Really would.
Make sure you follow us wherever you get your podcasts and on social media so you don't miss a thing. Until next time, cheers.